Hello everyone, this video will cover Module 16. So Module 16 is the last module for the class. It will close on a Wednesday, so you do not have an extra week to complete this, which is why it will be open at the same time as Module 15. You can complete the assignments in any order, but it is recommended to complete the portfolio first because that is the bigger assignment, the bigger thing that you need to do just in general points-wise, as well as the most work. And you will need to kind of have that done to be able to reflect on the class. So which is what Module 16 is all about. So we have two assignments in Module 16. You do have a final review quiz. I recommend looking back through the final readings first. There are quite a few things that we've looked at throughout the semester, so this is comprehensive. These are all the readings that we've done, and so I recommend looking back through those two textbooks that we have from their online textbooks, the OERs, Introduction to Creative Writing, and then Experiences on Explanations. So I recommend just giving them a quick read through and then getting into the final quiz. It does pull from pools of questions that we've already had, so you may see questions that you have already had on a quiz, and then there may be new ones. So 15 points total, and you can take it as many times as you want to. So keep that in mind, but each new attempt, you're probably going to get some new questions. So just, you may want to do that good read through of the textbooks before you try it. The last thing here is just to do a final reflection. So this is very typical in an English class, is really just thinking about what you've learned for the semester. I'm expecting a one-page response. So we're thinking of, 3 or so paragraphs about what you did this semester, not a bulleted list. So that's important. It's not like the midpoint reflection where you had a list of things that you wrote about. I want it written out in paragraphs. Most students kind of group questions based on the answers, what kind of goes together. Some of the things that you can put in here, like you can answer your goal question, but you can also look back at the graded work, or revision and graded work might go together. So however you want to structure it, you can answer them in any order. But the main thing is just making sure that you answer all of the questions and complete sentences, complete thoughts, that kind of thing, and really think about, what have you done this semester that you're really proud of? What do you still need to work on? What would you like to learn more about? That kind of thing. So please don't use AI for this one. It is painfully obvious when students use AI, and it's just kind of frustrating because this ought to be an assignment that's really easy to write. I'm not grading you based on your grammar. I just want to know your thoughts. I want to know what you learned this semester. And so just, keep that in mind. And then once you're done, submit here, and that'll be your final writing assignment. The last thing in the class is the end of course survey that you can take if you want for extra credit. Same questions as the midpoint survey. It's just going over what can be improved on in the class and that kind of thing. So any feedback that you have is usually pretty helpful for me. So if you have questions as you go through any of these assignments, please feel free to send me an email. Otherwise, have a great week.